Guy probably knows I'm an imposter, but he's helping me blend in. This is kind of fucked up because there's paint underneath here, but it's all chipped up and fucking sun-baked, so it's not going to actually act like paint. I've never actually rub bricked a painted curb. We'll just see how it works out. All right, we're almost done. I can't believe I did this whole fucking thing. This is gonna be a 6 spot. Another tip too, the reason I got all my shit down there, as well as the vest, it just makes you look more official. And you know, if you look like you're doing something shady, people are gonna notice. If you look like you're supposed to be there, people don't give a shit. Just blend on in. That can't be good. All right, I think that's about it. Really wish I had the blower. Wonder if homeboy let me borrow one. I'm not gonna ask, but it'd be nice. All right, I'm gonna get to brushing this thing off as best as I can with this little hand broom. And then we're just gonna get to coating this thing with the sealer. And then it's just waiting for it to dry. I'm just camouflaged. All right, so this one steel stick should be enough to fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 gaps. Most of you guys probably already know how to use this thing, but just in case, I'll do another little tutorial for this video. You're gonna want some latex gloves, some kind of gloves to protect your hands. Pretty gnarly chemicals, so you know, don't fuck around. As if I wasn't just breathing in 20-year-old paint dust. But you know, for the purpose of this video, steel stick, pop the little lid off, slide it out. Careful not to litter, pick up your shit. So tear off a chunk, about what you need to fill a gap. I mean, use your discretion, some gaps are bigger than others. And then just start to mix it around like Play-Doh until it becomes one homogeneous blob of God knows what. But it works really well for curbs. Do that for about, I don't know, 10 seconds, and then you just stick it in the crack, baby. That's really it. Usually they stick pretty well and stick around pretty permanently, but if there's a bunch of like shit in there and there's nowhere to anchor it to, it'll eventually pop out and you just replace them. It's no big deal. And we are also, eventually at some point, gonna dig out a trench for feebles, board slides and stuff like that. But that's kind of something I'm gonna do as time goes on. But definitely from like here to here, it's gonna get shoveled out. Earlier at the store, I picked up this really cheap brush. I think it's like $1, $1.50 or something. Basically, I only use this one time and then it's trash. The bristles get completely stiff and you can use them twice, but it's kind of a one-time use type of thing. So don't go spend like 10 bucks on a paintbrush for this. You can use a roller. I have in the past. I prefer the brush because I find when I do the roller, it tends to kind of like splash all over the sides and stuff. It doesn't look as clean at the end, so I kind of like the brush. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that painted on, and then we can move on and actually go skate. Trying to make sure I don't have to shake it. I feel like I should shake it, but it's not oat milk. Kind of looks like oat milk though, huh? Put that in your coffee. All right, so then you just take it over carefully. Try not to get this on your hands either. This is no good. And then, yeah, we're just gonna paint this shit, man, all the way down. If you're working in a high traffic area, brush looks a lot better than spray can, although lacquer is a totally different product. If you're gonna do lacquer, do it after this, before the wax. I'm probably gonna skip it for this one and just keep it with the sealer, but we'll see how it goes. We won't know until we actually skate it, what it really needs. But I have faith in this one. I think it'll be cool. Oh, watch out, dude. Oh, there's all these like little larvae and shit around here. I'm trying not to harm nature. Not bad, not bad. About time for a new rub brick. I've had this one for quite a while. It's done a lot of jobs, but yeah, it's splitting in half, so, well, already split in half. I don't know, I'll use it, I guess, till it just completely falls apart. Let's take a look at our work. So, took almost a full cup of the sealer. I'm curious to see how that old paint is gonna play a factor in this. I'm gonna have to come really do some maintenance at this spot and clean up the ground a little bit, pull some weeds, maybe trim some of these branches. It's gonna be a dope spot though. It's a worthy investment. We're ready for some wax, but I have all this stuff laid out over here because I decided to make like a kind of a spare parts board, basically just for curbs. Me and my daughter painted some graphics today. I did this one. Thought it came out pretty good. We're gonna be throwing on these 159 Indy standard hollows and these big old wheels that have yellowed over the last year or so. 56 millimeter, 97A radial fulls. I figured they'd be perfect for this smooth ground. I'm just gonna set this up real quick and then go ahead and get this thing waxed up and hopefully break it in. On top of all the paint flakes I probably inhaled yesterday, it's got a nice lung full of grip tape dust. Pedro Delfino G3 Bronsons. He's also a pro skater outside of being a fellow YouTuber, so I thought that was a fun fact some people might not know. I hate the sound of new bearings. I like them when they got some feedback, which was also an excellent Transworld video if you haven't seen it. All right, I gotta get to waxing. Be right back. All right, it's looking pretty good. The sealer did a lot of work on this stuff. Like, it was glossy. The wax was just gliding on. So if you're ever in doubt, use sealer. I'm just gonna start breaking it in. Wow, couldn't ask for more than that. Now I just gotta get some metal on it and be good. groundwork is done. I mean, it's a solid spot. The ground is kind of rough, but you know, get some chunky wheels on, you're good to go. But yeah, if you're looking to make a curved spot, hopefully this video helped. Maybe get an idea of what to do if you didn't before, or just be entertained while you have your cereal. All right, guys, see you on the next one.